Welcome back to KCTV English News. I'm Hee-Jung Lee. Starting from April 1st, the first COVID-19 vaccination is underway for senior citizens aged 75 and over in the province. According to the province, 650 seniors in Iltodong who made a reservation have begun to receive the Pfizer vaccine at the Hala Gymnasium, which is currently operating as a vaccination center in Jeju City. A total of 974 vials of Pfizer vaccine has been secured so far, which will cover for 2,925 residents. The provincial government plans to inoculate elderly people in Dong Administrative District in Jeju City first, that has a high population density and a large proportion of COVID-19 cases. Meanwhile, a 77-year-old female surnamed Kim showed consciousness disorders after receiving a Pfizer vaccine on the morning of the 1st and was transferred to a hospital. Fortunately, this incident was not life-threatening. She has a history of allergic reactions to contrast agents. 4 COVID-19 cases were confirmed in Jeju on April 1st. According to the province, one of them is a contact of another patient in the island, and 2 others came into contact with the patient who visited Jeju and back to Seoul. The other is a visitor to Jeju from Gyeonggi-do province. The total number of COVID-19 cases in Jeju increases to 631. Jeju quarantine authorities are investigating credit card records and CCTV footage for contact tracing. 3 human remains that are assumed to those of a family slaughtered during the April 3rd incident have been discovered in Gashiri, Pyoseonmyeon. The province will soon request a DNA test to identify their blood relationship. Mike Laidman reports.
This is a mandarin farm near one of the Ole trails in Gashiri, Pyoseonmyeon. Near the farm's greenhouse, human remains, presumed to be victims of Jeju's April 3rd incident, were recently dug up. Pieces of bone presumed to be from skulls were discovered 20 centimeters below the ground on March 26th. The remains are thought to be from 3 victims killed by the national military and police around December 21st, 1948. The excavation and investigation were based on testimony from area residents who said that 4 people were killed and moved to the site. The 3-day excavation work was launched on March 24th. The site and the objects discovered within are mostly consistent with the testimony. According to testimony at the Jeju April 3rd incident investigation report, the remains are related to that of an executed family of 7 who were killed in 1948 while in hiding when an eviction order was given for those living in mid-mountain areas. Prior to the full-scale excavation, the excavation team, related organizations, and bereaved families held a ritual to ensure the proper rest of the victims' souls. DNA tests will be performed to find surviving relatives. Until then, the remains of the victims will be held at the Jeju April 3rd Incident Peace Foundation.
우선 신원을 확인을 해야 되니까요. 잘 발굴을 해서 유전자 검사를 진행을 하고 유가족으로 추정되는 분들 아니면 저희가 지금 가지고 있는 유해를 확인하지 못한 유가족 유전자 비교하는 작업을 하게 될 겁니다.
The excavation for victims of the April 3rd incident has now resumed after 3 years. Expectations are high, as the first excavation since has already yielded meaningful results. Mike Laidman, KCTV.
Thank you for joining us today at KCTV English News. Be sure to follow us on YouTube at KCTV eNews Jeju and on KCTV's VOD service. Have a great evening.